Dude, you know what's crazy about that story about me going into the fire?
Yeah.
Um, like the vice president
We're
of my
live.
company was there. Oh, great. So the vice president of my company was there, and like I was being really, really, let's just say adulty by saying yes sir, no sir, and all that stuff. And he's like, dude, you're in shock. Quit it with the sir talk. I'm like, I'm in shock. I just ran into a burning building. I'm sorry.
Just a reminder to everybody that we are recording live for YouTube.
YouTube. Yo, yo, this is gonna be a good show today, Brian. I'm excited. Brian, it is that time. Are you and Biddy ready?
Yeah, do it to it.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's get this party started. Hello, 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 everyone, and welcome to the Midday Rush. I'm your host, T-Bone, and today is going to be a great, great show. We have the lovely, lovely Elizabeth. How are you doing today, dear?
I'm doing great, T-Bone. How are you and how is everybody doing?
I am doing fantastical. Thank you so much for asking. In our last share, being as wise and grumpy and old as always, we have Brian. How are you doing today, good sir?
I am doing just great. Let's get this going because I got to pack and catch a ride to the airport. So,
All right, guys. Well, let's start our engines. Biddy, hit us with the very first article of the day.
Yes, sir. Okay, so coming to you from CNN Politics, federal judge found strong evidence of crimes before Trump was charged in classified documents case. So, months before Donald Trump was indicted for mishandling classified documents, a federal judge said that investigators had, quote, strong evidence that the former president intended to hide classified documents at his Mar-a-Lago resort, according to newly released court documents. Judge Beryl Howell cited, among other things, the discovery of additional classified documents found at Mar-a-Lago months after the FBI's search of the property in the summer of 2022. The records included a mostly empty folder marked as classified evening summary that was found
Recording
in the
in
former
progress.
president's bedroom, as well as 4 other documents with classification markings found in his post-presidential office at the resort. Notably, no excuse is provided as to how the former president could miss the classified market documents found in his own bedroom at Mar-a-Lago, Howell wrote in March 2023. The ruling was among hundreds of pages of previously sealed filings that were publicly docketed Tuesday in the criminal classified documents case against Trump. Included as well were new images of Walt Nauta, Trump's personnel aide, moving boxes around Mar-a-Lago room before the Trump attorney was to review the boxes for classified materials sought by a subpoena. Prosecutors say Nauta moved boxes around as part of an alleged conspiracy to conceal classified material from federal investigators. Nauta has been charged alongside Trump and Mar-a-Lago property manager Carlos de Oliveira in the case, facing charges of mishandling sensitive or classified materials and obstruction. All 3 have pleaded not guilty.
And, okay, so you're telling me that these people are trying to tell us that they're not guilty?
Yeah, so Trump and these other 2 people here, the property manager and his personnel aide, they are pleading not guilty to these accusations that they knew about the classified documents, that they found strong evidence.
Obviously, if they don't know anything about boxes being moved, they don't know anything about boxes being moved.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's their plea as of right now. So, yeah, and Trump's defense team is seeking to throw out parts of the prosecutor's case, including all the evidence seized from Mar-a-Lago and obtained from his former attorney, Evan Karakin, according to the filings in federal court in South Florida. They argue that the warrant for the search wasn't valid because of the way an FBI agent described the agency's thinking to a magistrate judge. Cochran played a pivotal role in the investigation into the classified documents, as he was the attorney who was tasked with finding and producing documents with classified markings at the Trump's Florida resort. So, and there's a lot of argument back and forth about whether or not there was kind of like a cover paper there that marked it as classified documents or not. And these were the boxes that were found. There were some found in his bedroom. So they are trying to argue that there's no way that Trump wouldn't know what these were,
Well,
and that they were located.
you know, we have a problem here because there were sloppily handled classified documents found at the Obama private residence, at the Clinton private residence, at the Pence private residence. The only person that has been indicted and charged on this is Donald J. Trump. It is patently obvious that this is a witch hunt, that this is a politically motivated prosecution.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? That everything they've tried to do to keep Trump even off the ballot has failed. So I shudder.
Yeah, they were trying to kick him off.
Let me
Yeah, Brian?
Let me cook. They failed to get him off the ballot. So now that was plan A. Now I hate to see what plan B is going to. They're going to pull out all the stops. I shudder to think the dirty tricks they're going to stoop to and resort to now to keep him to keep him from winning. Because if you look at the polling data, all the prognosticators seem to indicate like a freaking 44 state landslide for Trump. So, I don't know, man.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he's winning over people that were never Trumpers. I mean, we're seeing that all over, from celebrities to people in the urban areas. Chicago has already declared they're not voting Democrat anymore, and they need Trump to come and save the country. I mean,
I'm not gonna fully agree with that statement solely based on the fact that these past 4 years have been, I mean, and honestly, the best 4 years in the past 100 years. I mean, I think all of these celebrities are actually seeing the fact that, man, I was making so much more money, 4 years ago when Trump was in charge, but now I'm not. Now that Joe's in charge, and now there's all these taxes and gas is going up. I mean, man, I think they're starting to realize that Trump is more or less the answer.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, no, you're right. When I go to the grocery store, I don't have to worry about spending over $50 to get milk, eggs, and a loaf of bread. So I think we are in good shape. I think you are right about Biden, and I take that back. We have been very strong as a country, very patriotic, very proud. So props to Biden.
Good job, Joe.
We did it,
How
Joe.
about we move on to the very, very next article? Biddy, what do you have to talk to me about, good ma'am?
Yes, so coming to us from Scanner News, Chris Burtman, unsealed unsealed court filing reveals FBI authorized to use deadly force during 2022 Mar-a-Lago raid. So FBI agents were further instructed to engage with Trump and his Secret Service if he arrived at Mar-a-Lago during the raid. According to it, yeah. So they were locked and loaded, ready, willing, and able to do whatever they needed to do once they got.
I wonder who has more actual physical training, the Secret Service or the FBI? I'm putting my money on the Secret Service.
Yeah, and that's a great point, because the Secret Service are there protecting him, right? And if somebody just comes sneaking into this place unannounced, they're going to protect the president. So what would that have looked like if shots started happening? Like it's insane. So according to a newly unsealed court filing, the FBI was authorized to use deadly force while raiding former President Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago home in 2022 regarding his alleged possession of classified documents retained after leaving office in 2020. The court filing was unsealed
Allegedly.
on Tuesday. Yeah, allegedly. They were unsealed on Tuesday, nearly 2 years after the raid on Mar-a-Lago, which was authorized by United States Attorney General Merrick Garland.
Mm-hmm.
Author Julie Kelly shared key discoveries from her research in a series of X posts on Tuesday. Among commingled documents retained by the former president included unclassified schedules, daily task lists, newspapers, memoranda, briefing books, economic reports, draft press statements, and draft letters, along with other classified materials like daily briefing books reportedly containing sensitive information, decision memo packages, talking points for State Department calls, and other documents marked as classified. The FBI was also authorized to use deadly force when seizing classified documents during the Mar-a-Lago raid. So not just force, but deadly force. That's like the key here. Um, that's just nuts. Okay, so here's a quote. Law enforcement officers of the Department of Justice may use deadly force when necessary, reads the unsealed Tuesday court filing. FBI agents plan to bring standard issue weapons, ammo, handcuffs, and quote, medium and large size bolt cutters. However, the FBI was instructed to keep law enforcement equipment concealed and don unmarked polo or collared shirts. So again, they would sneak into this property in a raid, armed, ready, willing, and able to use deadly force if they deem necessary, and they're in plain clothes. So then you got the Secret Service protecting the president. This sounds like it could have been a terrible disaster. I I just don't even know what to say here. This is absolutely insane.
Yeah, I got no words for this just because of how much of a witch hunt this already is. But I mean, sure, if the Democrats want to continue to waste money on this, sure, go right ahead.
Yep. And if everything, because I think even Tim kind of talked about this today as well, and it's just like if all of this kind of popped off, then what would they have said? If they would have had a couple of Secret Service agents shot, a couple of the people from Merrick Garland's behest, shot, then it would have been shots rang out, Mar-a-Lago, Trump's, causing all these problems and everything. Like they would have just threw it all on Trump. We would have had dead service members or harmed service members. It's just insane.
Yeah,
But
I definitely got no words. Brian, you are in the military, so you were in the military, so you have a little bit more knowledge about this. Do you have anything to say on this one, sir?
I mean, it reads like a military operations order, to be honest with you. Uh, so, I mean, that's really all I've got to comment on it. I mean, they went in prepared to do battle with the Secret Service if necessary. That's frightening as hell.
yep.
And that's perfectly legal and perfectly okay.
I mean, the crazy thing is like
Well, they had a warrant, don't you know?
Yeah, they had a warrant, and
Oh,
they were
do they
prepared
actually?
to use deadly force for what? Because they deem these classified documents holdings as a threat to national security. So they raise the bar on the situation so that way they can justify this kind of
Right.
order. I mean, we're living in a banana republic right now. This is
We really are.
we have an administration that's has no regard for a former president, his life, and the life of the people that serve him. or the people of this country.
T-Bone drives a Ford.
Yeah. But I guess if you guys have nothing else, should we move on to the next train wreck?
Yeah, let's move on to the next train wreck.
All right. So, coming to you from the New York Post, Hunter Biden's
Biddy's favorite newspaper.
yes, from my favorite city. New York, the New York Post says Hunter Biden's ex-wife, sister-in-law, turned lover, say that 3 times fast, to take witness stand in his gun trial. So the first son's ex-wife and a pair of his former lovers are slated to testify in Delaware federal court about his crack cocaine addiction as he heads to trial on weapons charges beginning June 3rd. Hunter's former spouse, Kathleen Booley, his sister-in-law turned lover, Haley Biden, and ex-girlfriend Zoe Keston all have memories of the now 54-year-old's near constant drug use during the period in October 2018 when he lied about his addiction and purchased a handgun, according to Monday court filings. Hunter deliberately claimed on a federal background check form that he was neither a user of controlled substances nor an addict when buying the firearm on October 12, 2018, prosecutors allege, pointing out in filings earlier this year that cocaine was found on the gun's pouch. Haley's testimony will confirm that Hunter returned to Delaware around the same time and owned the Colt Cobra 38 special for 11 days before she threw it in the trash can outside a Wilmington supermarket. Special counsel David Weiss indicated the first son on 3 felony counts this past September, accusing him of illegally possessing the gun and lying on the background check form. Weiss did not reveal the witnesses' names in the filings, but their identities are clear from public reports data from Hunter's abandoned laptop. Other records produced from of House Republicans' impeachment inquiry into President Biden and excerpts from Hunter's own 2021 memoir, Beautiful Things. Hunter, in an interview with the Daily Beast published Monday, indicated that some photos of drug use found on his laptop were misleading. A notorious photo shows the Biden scion fast asleep with what appears to be a crack pipe in his mouth, but it is not, in fact, a crack pipe, he told the outlet. That's actually a meth pipe, Hunter said of the photo.
That's which any better.
I feel like I'm going insane reading this. But in troves of text messages obtained by prosecutors, Hunter admitted to buying and using drugs as well as to trying and failing to maintain sobriety over a roughly 4-year period that included his purchase of the gun. Keston is alleged to have told prosecutors that during her more than 9-month relationship with Hunter in 2018, he did in fact smoke crack cocaine, quote, every 20 minutes except when he slept. Jeez Louise with cheese. Thoughts?
You know, that's like when Snopes does a fact check, and they come back. You know, it'd be like the picture of Hunter Biden asleep with a crack pipe in his mouth. Snopes comes back false. It was actually a meth pipe.
Right. Right. Like, okay.
I mean, listen, I worked for a few months at a sporting goods store behind the gun counter. I can tell you that the question on the form is basically, are you addicted to any controlled substance? So it doesn't matter if it's crack or meth, okay? He still lied on the form. It's still a federal crime, even though it shouldn't, even though I would argue it shouldn't be, but that's another show.
Right.
But
yeah.
So
the only thing that I can think of at all where it would like give him the idea to say it's not crack and it's meth is because people are putting together the coincidence that he's not being charged when his own father was part of drafting the 1994 crime bill.
Right.
That was highlighting, crack rocks and things like that. That's the only thing that I can think that may be why he wants to differentiate the two. Other than that,
So,
it's like, okay.
according to Hunter Biden, crack is whack. Meth is where it's at.
Sure. Okay.
Right. Don't do drugs, kids.
Don't do drugs.
Yeah.
Drugs are bad.
Don't do drugs,
Okay?
kids. Come on now.
Drugs are
Yeah.
bad. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so
Whatever. Continue. How about we move on to the very, very next article, then, Biddy?
yes, absolutely. And it's about Hunter again.
Oh,
Thank you.
yay!
Thank you, Vashnik, for this article. Shout out to him for giving us this updated story. So, coming to you from the Las Vegas Review Journal, judge agrees to delay Hunter Biden's tax trial to September. Hunter Biden is scheduled to stand trial on federal tax charges in September after a judge on Wednesday granted his request to delay the California trial that had been approaching next month. U.S. District Judge Mark C. Scarzi agreed to delay the trial until September 5th, citing the, quote, needs of the defendant to prepare for the trial. President Joe Biden's son is still scheduled to stand trial beginning June 3rd on federal gun charges in a separate case in Delaware. That's the one we were just talking about.
Right.
He has pleaded not guilty to both indictments, which his lawyers have claimed are politically motivated. Okay. Both cases are being overseen by judges who were nominated to the bench by then President Donald Trump, a Republican who is running to unseat the Democratic president in November. Okay, can I just stop for like 1 second, because it's funny how they're trying to use the same stuff that Trump says about actual like political persecution that's happening to him right now, because they can't even find things to actually nail down as charges. We actually have like so much evidence and charges that we can nail down on Hunter, but yet they're using that same argument when the argument goes for Trump. They're saying, "Oh no, he's just blowing smoke." But
Well,
you know,
so here's the thing: Hunter Biden or Joe Biden, you could literally you could have actual photographic evidence of either one of those two, with literal blood on their hands, holding a knife and a dead corpse on the ground, and they're brought to trial. They will still say, "Well, this is politically motivated."
yep, and you'll have the people that still support Biden simping for him and running interference and saying, "Oh, he's the lesser of two evils, so we got to do what we got to do." Like, are you
The
for
lesser
real?
of two evils.
Right.
Sure.
Right. Like I actually heard some kids like on a street interview video today say that, referring to Biden.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, anywho.
And how old were these children, Biddy?
They were in college. One is studying political science.
Oh, gee, nice.
Right. So, future congresswoman, I imagine. But so the trials will add to an already acrimonious presidential election as Trump's allies again seize on embarrassing details from the younger Biden's troubled life to attack his father, even as Trump faces his own legal problems. Trump is charged in 4 criminal cases, including a hush money trial underway in New York. Hunter Biden's lawyers told the judge they cannot adequately prepare for both trials at the same time, and they noted the, quote, uniquely challenging and high-profile nature of the prosecution. Prosecutors opposed the request to push the trial back, saying the heightened press coverage does not impact the defense's preparation for what they described as, quote, straightforward tax case. Another quote, he is not above the rule of law and should be treated like any other defendant. That was from Justice Department Special Counsel David Weiss, the team wrote in a recent court filing. And yes, nobody should be above the law. And if you actually commit a crime, you should be tried for it expeditiously. That's all I'm saying. Anything more to add before we move on to your state?
Nah. All right, so this comes at you for Yahoo News via the Courier Journal. That's a main newspaper out of Louisville, Kentucky. Morgan McGarvey, Thomas Massey win primary. See latest results from U.S. Congress races. So each of the bluegrass states incumbents, Louisville Democrat Morgan McGarvey, along with Republicans Andy Barr, James Comer, Brett Guthrie, Thomas Massey, and Hal Rogers, are on the ballot this fall as three scored dominant primary wins, while the other three did not face challenges. I know my congressman's Brett Guthrie. He did not face a primary challenge. Hell, maybe I should have ran against him. Anyway, hey, really, I ought to run for office, and I'll finally figure out who all I owe money to. Anyway.
Yeah, right? You should.
I'm not going to get, because this is all very, very local. I'm not going to get down and get into this.
Into the nitty gritty. Yeah. But I'm happy about Massey. And, McGarvey, I guess, is cool. I don't really know too much about him, but I'm very happy that Massey won the primary.
I'm honestly surprised that Massey was challenged, but I mean, maybe some establishment type challenged him. That's probably
what
happened. Yeah.
I'd believe it, especially with all the work he's been doing.
Well, we have happy news out of Kentucky. We have sad news out of Georgia. Fannie Willis won her primary bid, so she'll be on the ballot for re-election in November for Fulton County DA. She's got the Soros money behind her, so that's really no surprise.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Moving on. Oh, I believe this is one of yours, Biddy.
Oh, yeah. So, okay, coming to you from CBS News, vials of blood sent to RNC headquarters in Washington, prompting a lockdown. So the Republican National Committee headquarters in Washington, D.C. was placed on lockdown early today, this morning, after 2 vials of blood were found in a suspicious package, U.S. Capitol Police confirmed. The source of the blood is unclear and under investigation. Capitol Police, which took the lead on the response, confirmed its Hazardous Incident Response Division had examined the package and cleared it. Spokesperson Brianna Birch said the Capitol Police would further investigate the source of the package and its contents. Later in the day, the RNC said in a statement that staffers had, quote, resumed their office duties because we remain unintimidated and undeterred in our efforts to elect President Trump to the White House. The RNC sought to tie the incident to the, quote, far left, although police have not yet released any information about the possible motive. The party headquarters had been targeted in the past. On January 5th, 2021, pipe bombs were found near both the Republican and Democratic Party buildings in Washington. Vice President-elect Kamala Harris was evacuated from the DNC headquarters in that incident. No one was ever arrested in connection with the bombs, which were placed on the eve of the January 6th attack on the U.S. Capitol. The White House condemned the incident during Wednesday's press briefing. Quote, the Capitol Police is looking into this, so I would leave it to their investigation what's going on. Yeah, it's very interesting that nobody was ever arrested in connection with those bombs. I really wonder how they got there. And I guess we'll never know because we're not able to tell them go and investigate.
I mean, well, I would assume, and I know I might be overly optimistic here, but I would assume that no arrests have been made in that case because it's still under investigation and they just haven't
gotten to it yet.
Found anything worth reporting. And my stupid camera is sliding me over again. Oh, anyway.
It's kind of funny though. We'll do it live. It's all good. But yeah.
Now I'm sliding back. Now I'm sliding back. This is weird. I'm not doing that.
Like this. It's like the state of our country. It's just a pendulum swing. You're actually showing people what's happening.
Right. Okay.
But yes, I guess we'll hear more about stuff like this, as they continue to investigate.
Moving on.
Go ahead. Do we have time?
What I'm going to do, I'm going to try to fluffy hobo this one. Okay, so this comes at you from KENS5, CBS affiliate, I think out of Owensboro, Kentucky. Okay, this is going to be West. Anyway, McDonald's employee fired upon after customer doesn't get her biscuits brown. SAPD. Oh, San Antonio. Sis. Okay, so
Yeah.
this happened in San Antonio. Well, hold on. This is. I'm gonna do this the lazy way. I turn on the sound. Where's my sound?
Through window at the McDonald's on South Laredo Street. Authorities say surveillance video shows the shooting as it unfolded. We spoke with an employee who didn't want to go on camera about how it all went down.
I heard the first shot. I kind of like had a late reaction. I just kind of was like,
I don't know if anybody else can.
Whenever the other shots started ringing out, that's whenever like all of us that were in the front kind of like ducked and slid.
This is the video of the aftermath showing bullet holes through a McDonald's drive-through window as police investigate. The shooting happened around 5 a.m. December 30th at the McDonald's at 1330 South Laredo Street near downtown. The woman working the drive-through says a woman ordered food, picked it up, and drove away. About 30 minutes later, she drove back, screaming at employees that she didn't get her order.
Well, when I was talking to her, I noticed that she had the wrappers on her lap. I was just like,
so we might just have to wait for the video because it might be
didn't give me a bag either,
hearing.
even though I could see it on her lap.
The employee said she tried to tell her they did give her the food.
Yeah,
the manager checked the video and verified she was handed a bag of food, but she kept insisting she didn't. This went on for about another 30 minutes.
She was hopping from the first drive-through window to the second window, bang.
Okay, sorry about that.
No worries.
Yeah, so anyway.
I mean, we're just going to be, unfortunately, we're going to be seeing this kind of thing a lot because people are on edge.
Yeah.
You know, people have lost respect for human life. And, you know, those two together are just, it's a bad combination.
Yeah, it is. I completely agree with you, Biddy.
Yeah, it's really messed up. Do you think we have time to play that quick 60-second clip from Joy Behar? Should we move on? We could.
Yeah. No, we definitely have time to play that 60-second clip. Put that clip up.
Right.
Let's see. I had it somewhere. What did I do with it?
I don't know if it's gonna play though because we didn't get audio before. Might have to share another screen with the Discord because there's usually two of you.
Where's
here?
The oh, there it is. All right.
You know what? Here, I'm gonna throw it in the chat just in case you guys can't.
Just for the people
to defend Donald Trump ever, but I would never say that we should put the swastika on the cap because I think you can hate Donald Trump. You can't hate everybody who likes him. It's half the country. I don't want to live in that country. I don't want to live in the country where I hate half the country and I don't hate half the country.
How dare you disagree with me?
Joy is a wonderful human being, and she should not be afraid that people are going to attack her because she said that thing about the swastika on the cap.
Well,
she does not think that as you said to me in the break, you do not think that all the people who are for Trump are Nazis.
No, I don't.
You don't.
I just want them to pay attention to words like vermin and poisoning the blood and the Third Reich. That's all. That's really what I'm asking.
They see.
And by the way, out there, that hat that you keep wearing.
That woman is so vile.
Yeah.
It's crazy how people think she's actually intelligent.
I know. I don't really know. I mean, at this point, they know how off they are on most everything, and they're just keeping it because people keep like, you know, making videos about them. They keep making money. They keep getting the viewership. So they're just gonna keep having a show.
Yep. Okay, so it's past time for my favorite game. It's called Beer Not. This is where I'm going to throw up some headlines. At least one of them is going to come from Babylon.
Yeah.
Bay. The other ones come.
Oh yeah, you sure, Brian?
Quote unquote legitimate news sites. Your job's to pick out the B.
Absolutely legitimate.
Your job's to pick out the Babylon Bee article. You can play along with this, Biddy, I see you're probably already getting the poll ready with the first headline.
Yes, sir.
Headline number 1, Tom Cruise purchases robots to patrol Mission Impossible movie set for COVID violations.
What?
Headline number 2, Biden, not only will I appoint a woman running mate, but I will stand behind her at all times. Headline,
Dog, you can't even stand by yourself.
Headline number 3. Prosecution offers Michael Cohen $130,000 in hush money to stop talking.
Dude, Michael Cohen, you've already told everybody that you've done an illegal act, man. What are you talking about? Jesus.
Okay.
So we'll go through them one more time again. Tom Cruise purchases robots to patrol Mission Impossible 7 movie set for COVID violations. Headline number 2. Not only will I appoint a woman running mate, but I will stand behind her at all times. And headline number 3. Prosecution offers Michael Cohen $130,000 to stop. Hush money to stop talking.
That was very game show hosty. I liked it.
Oh, I like it, Brian. Okay. All right, Vinny. Do you have to recuse yourself? Because I want to talk to you about this.
No. No. Nope.
You don't have to recuse yourself. Okay. All right. Well, Vinny, I want to hear what's going through your mind because I don't understand.
This is hard. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so they all sound fake to me. I'm just gonna say right off the bat, they all sound. The number 2 sounds like a B article because it sounds like it's just poking fun at Biden. I don't think because B's usually they talk about things that are very, very currently relevant. So I don't think that they would bring something up about COVID violations in Tom Cruise when his Mission Impossible movie came out a while back. And then prosecution offers Mike Cohen. That's current. So I'm like kind of in a toss-up between 2 and 3. Okay.
I'm going to go with Cohen.
All right. I feel like the Cohen one might win, but I'm just going to go against the grain and go number 2. Letter 2.
Vinny, I don't think you're gonna win. I believe I am going to be singing my song. Brian, tell me if I have won.
What was your vote again, T-Bone?
Number C.
Oh, you mean 3. Okay.
Yeah, letter 3.
Well, let's see here, T-Bone.
I don't know. You tell me, man.
Well, T-Bone, take your victory lap, sir. Well earned.
All T-Bone does is win, 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 no matter what. No matter what, guys. No matter what, guys. I have been on a losing streak all week, but today, Hump, I have won. Guys, I have won. Thank you so much for allowing me. Not even allowing me to win, but you know what? It is just how I do every single day.
Hey, T-Bone.
But Brian.
T-Bone.
Yeah?
I have to tell you a little secret.
Oh, yeah? Talk to me. Talk to me.
Don't do it to him.
You cheated.
A little bit. I had 2 B articles in there.
You cheated.
I gave you a 2
Sir, you
chance.
are.
Oh, I knew it. Wait, was it number 2?
Yeah.
I knew. I'm God. Like, that's totally. Okay, so I was right also.
Brian, did you do that because I have been on a losing streak?
You know, T-Bone, I wanted to help you out a little bit. That's all.
Oh, sir, you are so mean. But so thankful. Thank you so much for helping me out today, good sir.
It was his going away present, but for his flight.
That was, yeah, definitely. Yeah. Thank you so much, Brian, for well, sadly, you're not going to be here the rest of the week, but thank you for allowing me to win. Guys, it is that time of the day where T-Bone gives you a picture and you have to give T-Bone a caption. Guys, it is time for Caption This. Brian, show the peoples the photo.
Oh, I'm showing them. I'm showing them.
Oh, guys. Okay, so I just want you guys to know. I took an already done did photo and I did the AI thing, right? I told AI, I said, hey, AI, I want me and my friends to look like mafia bosses. And the AI said, okay, T-Bone, here's the photo. I said, yeah, I like this photo. It's funny. Can you guys pick out which one I am?
Yeah, absolutely. The super tall dude on the
left. I mean, guys, I don't want to. What happened?
Oh no, I was just gonna say I don't know if you've seen it, but I had just started rewatching Mad Men last night. How weird is that this is the picture that pops up today?
Who's Mad Men?
Oh
good Lord.
Okay, so the Mad Men were the ad men from like the golden era of basically the advertising gurus of the time. They wore sleek suits just like this. They all smoked cigarettes. It was like Lucky Strike, time.
No.
They drank during the day, the cognacs. And
if you are wearing a nice suit, you are not smoking a cigarette. You are smoking a nice 10-year preserved Cuban. And if you aren't, then you aren't doing it properly.
I don't think, at this time, I don't think that actually, I don't know. I think at that time we were able to go to Cuba.
Yeah, it was JFK who did the Cuba thing, and I'm not happy about that, but whatever. Okay. Yeah, guys, I'm ready to hear these captions because guys, bring these captions to me.
Hey,
are you able to? Yeah, tell me.
Apparently, they can't hear T-Bone in the Discord.
Oh, I know.
So
what?
I don't know why not, but anyway, yeah, Elizabeth, you or I are going to have to read the captions.
Okay, cool. Oh, and actually, during this time, if you want, I can do the caption this article real fast. Give the
mean the 100-meter dash, Biddy?
Yes, I do.
All right, Biddy, how about you take us away with the 100-meter dash?
Yes, and I got a white pill again for you guys, and I think I'm going to keep that trend going because after all the train wreck news, we need it. So, coming to you from the Good News Network is my favorite source for the good news. My baby is still in the house. Hero stranger dives into burning home, twice to save Ohio baby. So a Cleveland man is being hailed as a hero for his determination to rescue an infant trapped in a burning house. John Stichovich was on his way to work when the 62-year-old saw a house consumed in fire and smoke, but no fire engines had yet arrived. In front of the house, Stichovich saw who he assumed was the occupant looking on despondently. Quote, the mother was sitting on the lawn with her one baby, and I asked her if she was all right, and she said, my baby is still in the house. And I was thinking to myself, oh my God, I have to save the baby. That's how it was going to be, Sitchivus told Nextstar's WJW. Circling the house, he tried to go in through the side door, but kicking it in, he found the smoke and fire was too much. At the back of the house, another door was already open, and Sitchivich crawled in to search for the baby before being driven back out empty-handed. He asked the mother where she last saw her child, to which she replied that it was next to the baby gate. So plunging once more into the inferno, Sitchovich sought in vain with time and oxygen running short. Contemplating what to do, the thought of saving himself emerged, but the hero-to-be squashed it after hearing the infant making a sound. Oh my gosh. Throwing himself in the sound's direction, his arm caught hold of the baby's leg before the man retreated with all the strength he had left. The fire had been so severe that the two firefighters arriving after Stichovich completed the rescue mission were injured trying to control the blaze. The department said Stichovich's actions were without a doubt the reason that the baby survived. He was treated for smoke inhalation at the Metro Health Medical Center. Stichovich was able to go home the same day, and WJW Cleveland says that it is believed the city is poised to honor the man for his bravery. He quoted, I feel wonderful that I could save the baby. The mother doesn't have to mourn her baby. That baby gets to live today, he said. Everybody is just calling and saying how great of a job it was, but I mean, I would do it for anybody. It doesn't matter, and I would hope that somebody would do it for me.
this is the hope. This is the hope. But in all reality, I mean, Tim has even said this. I mean, you don't know nowadays if, this woman would have pressed charges for, a man handling her child without her,
Without her consent.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But you know what? Thankfully, we do have nice people in this world who are so grateful that people want to save them,
I know.
But Biddy, that was a great, great story. I do have a little tiny story of my own, just running into a burning building. It was not a lot of fun, but yeah, guys, I had to go in to save some people and saved them and got out safely. So yeah, that's all I got to say. How about we move on to these great, great captions, Brian? Do you or would you like to read them?
All right, this one from Elizabeth. When men were men, those were the days. Actually, Biddy, sing
yes!
that. Biddy, sing that one for us. I feel like that's supposed to be musical.
Oh, but you got to sing it like how she did. When men were men, and those were the days.
There you go.
Good job, Biddy. Good job.
Thank you.
This one doesn't have any 20s on it, but worth mentioning. Auditions for the Rat Pack used to be a thing. Now nobody qualifies. This from the same writer, Sanoski. Nobody is misgendering these men. From Stiffy, we brought you all here to dispel the myth of toxic masculinity. From Bearded Patriot, the liberal's worst nightmare. Another submission from Chris. 7 steaks, rare, baked potatoes, no salad, pie, and don't forget the scotch.
Ketchup! Don't forget the ketchup!
No.
This one from yours truly. T-Bone and Du Bois rehearsing their Rat Pack medley.
Yeah.
Hey, this is actually a picture of T-Bone. I'm actually in this picture. I just kind of changed it a little bit. But yeah, try to pick which one I am. I don't think you'll be able to do it.
I already know. I would love to see the guys of the Discord recreate this photo in real life.
Biddy, you're actually wrong. I am not that person.
Yes,
I'm
you
not
are.
on the far left. No,
All
I'm
right,
not.
so you're the guy with the lime green jacket?
I mean, holy shit. Listen, we've got some YouTube submissions here.
Oh, yeah? Do we really?
Oh, yeah. We got one from Fluffy. Me and the boys hearing someone say they like armpits. I don't know what that's supposed to mean.
You like armpits? Oh, T-Bone is not the one in the green, Biddy. Damn it. He's not the shortest one. What's wrong with you?
That's Brian, because he always wears green.
Brian, I've never seen you in the color green before.
I like Aaron's World Economic Forum interview pool.
Okay, going back to the Discord submissions.
These captions.
Again, from Sanoski. Do we look like we drink Bud Light? Come back when you have a serious question, Toots. Oh, that's it. That gets a That gets a
Talk
20.
to me, Brian. Talk to me.
That gets a 20. That gets a raffle. That gets 100.
A based?
Oh yeah, it gets a based. Yeah.
Hashtag based. Brian, can you please reread it for T-Bone's ears?
Do we look like we drink Bud Light? Come back when you have a serious question, Toots.
That's good.
Yeah, it's a pretty good one, I will have to say.
I'm just looking through the YouTube just to make sure I'm not missing any.
From Stiffy, Secret Service agents waiting for you to F around and find out.
Oh, nice.
Oh, so this is a YouTube submission from Aaron, World Economic Forum interview poll from Fluffy. Me and the boys hearing someone say that the like armpits.
Brian, you always like armpits, though.
I don't know where that comes from.
All right, so do we need a poll, you think, or all right, we're still getting submissions?
I don't know, but the latest one from Sinoski.
Yeah, that one was good.
Biddy, I just tagged you on something.
I don't think we need a poll. I think we have our winner.
I don't think we need a poll either, guys. I think it's pretty cut and dry here.
Yes. Yes, indeed.
Biddy, what do you think?
Yeah. Yeah, I think so too. With the 420s and a based, just for good measure.
100% a based. 100% a based. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's great, and I would love to see that captioned on this photo, not gonna lie.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, as would I. As would I. Lee, please get on that immediately, good sir. You know what, Biddy? Now that we kind of did caption this a little quick, how about we go back into the dump? Talk to me about some stories.
Let's see. Actually, what about the drinking water one, good sir? From
yes,
Newsweek.
sir.
It has the white flag on the front. And
white flag, guys. It is a white flag.
I can throw it in the chat too, Brian, if that's
helpful. Yeah, throw it in the chat so I don't have to.
There you go.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome. So congratulations, Sinoski, on the win, as usual.
Oh, guys, I have an announcement to make.
Win-win.
I do have an announcement, guys. Are you guys ready for this announcement? Because I know I am. Guys, tonight on Timcast IRL, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, is none other than Chase Geyser. Guys, if you have ever seen the Whatever podcast, Chase is the guy who's on that podcast. He's the guy who just comes on. He's like, yeah, I'm based. I'm almost positive that's that guy, right?
I'm not sure. I know. Well, it says that he's. He might be. He might also do that too, but I'm not sure. But he's also on the Sunday Night Live on Infowars, and he's the author of Rise of American Populism.
Oh, this isn't the guy on the Whatever podcast. I am sadly mistaken. I'm so sorry, guys. This is Chase Geyser, another Chase. So he's the host of the Sunday Night Live on Infowars, and he's the author of The Rise of American Populism. Guys, if you have a question for Mr. Chase, please do get your submissions in, because you have the chance and the ability to talk to Chase and Tim and the rest of the panel, whoever is on tonight's show. But, Biddy, hit me with your very, very next article, please.
Yes, sir. So coming to you from Newsweek, drinking water warning issued nationwide. And yes, that is our nation, folks. The Environmental Protection Agency, or EPA, issued an enforcement alert Monday urging water utility systems to take immediate actions to protect the nation's drinking water from cyber attacks. According to the EPA, recent federal inspections revealed that 70% of U.S. water systems inspected do not fully comply with requirements in the Safe Drinking Water Act. The agency added that some systems have critical cybersecurity vulnerabilities, such as default passwords that have not been updated and single logins that can easily be compromised. Possible impacts of cyber attacks include interruptions to water treatment and storage and damage to pumps and valves, along with alteration of chemical levels to hazardous amounts, the EPA said. Quote, in many cases, systems are not doing what they're supposed to be doing, which is to have completed a risk assessment to their vulnerabilities that include cybersecurity and to make sure that plan is available informing the way that they do business, the EPA Deputy Administrator Janet McCabe said in a press release. When reached by Newsweek via email Monday afternoon, the EPA pointed out to additional information in today's press release and enforcement alert. The warning said China, Russia, and Iran have disrupted some water systems with cyber attacks and may have embedded the capability to disable them in the future. So basically, make sure you're stocked up on water supply,
Filters,
filters, filtration
filtration.
systems.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh huh.
Even makeshift ones. I think Tim spoke about this where you can have
Sand, charcoal, stuff like that, rocks.
yeah, the water
Yeah.
buckets, you can tie them together, have one up, one down, let the
Yep.
evaporation happen to clean the water.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's real. Like, we really need to worry about stuff like this, and just think
It's
that
sad.
it can electronically like just take away all our water is a little nuts. So be safe out there, folks. Be prepared. There's nothing wrong with being prepared. Don't let
Yeah,
them try to
Tim
shame
does
you
talk
for it.
about a lot about what's that one company called? safeandreadymeals.com or something like that. They have like pre-made like MRE type things or something that last like a couple months or whatever. Guys, not a horrible idea. Not gonna lie.
No,
Not the worst idea.
no, definitely
Probably
not.
better things to spend money on, but that's probably not the worst idea to spend your money on.
Yep. And
Biddy, do we have anything else?
I mean, that's basically the gist of it. They're
You know what I kind of want to do, Biddy, for the last couple minutes?
yeah.
I wanna bring it back, a blast from the past. If anybody would like to raise their hands and talk to us about any of the articles that we have read today, please raise your hand so we can get you up on stage and we can talk to you. I'd like to try and get some people's into the chats at the end of the shows from now on, if we have some time. What do you think, Biddy?
Yeah, absolutely. We got about 5 minutes left to the hour.
Actually, you know what? How about we bring up the winner of Caption This? Because we only have a couple minutes.
Oh, and who is that winner?
Who is that winner? I don't know.
There he
I think
is.
it might be a one
Howdy,
Mr.
howdy.
Sinaski.
The bearded legend.
Did I
It's a
win?
bearded legend.
The future quip master.
Ooh, the future Quipmaster! Oh, Snabbledoo!
You did win.
Does T-Bone know I can't hear him?
Oh, yeah,
Oh.
right, T-Bone. You can't hear him. I mean, he can't hear you.
I can't hear him, he can't hear me. I mean, it's okay. It's okay.
Bearded, I do not claim the title of best beard or bearded legend. Everyone else keeps bestowing it on me.
Oh, right. I'm sorry, bearded patriot. Yes, I apologize. That actually was very rude. Let's see. I would have to think about this a lot longer. But then again, I actually never seen your beard, so I can't really compare. So that's just being fair. But
Sorry,
I won't declare a legend until I've learned everybody's beard capacity.
This is true. This is true.
Yeah.
Every beard.
Every beard.
Yeah.
You should start
Even
a
Brian's.
website.
Even
Beard
Brian's.
ratings.
I mean,
Right.
mine's not long or fully grown out, but I think you got to give me points for the really awesome salt and pepper look I'm rocking.
Oh, I do love salt and pepper.
There
I
you go.
actually got my husband's growing out his, and I got him like a whole kit today. Some like Viking something. I got like the beard blow dryer. It's like the beard blow dryer with like the comb attached to it, and like the oils and the wash
Yeah.
and all that good stuff.
Nice.
Nice.
Nice, Biddy. Nice.
Yeah, I'm
nice,
excited.
nice.
But hey,
Well, guys, it is that time to do the shilling. Guys, not this Saturday, but next what?
It's 6:58. We've got to hand the stage over because both the people on the stage right now have another show they got to start in 2 minutes.
Okay.
Oh, that's true.
Okay.
That's true.
All right. Well, guys, thank you so much for listening in to our very own Midday
I'll
Rush.
hop down and
I
prepare
am
for
your
that.
host, T-Bone.
Thank you.
That is the lovely Elizabeth and the wise man, Brian. Please end us out, good sir!
All right, guys, you know the deal. Thanks for coming, but it's now time to get off my lawn, stay out on the sidewalk, because the Pretard Cast starts about now.
Bye, guys!
Right, and YouTube, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you're always alerted to any videos that drop on this channel. We are live Monday through Friday. We are live Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. See you on the next one.
Thank you so much for watching, guys. Bye!
Bye, everyone. Kill and stream.